Do you own a home but never sold a house before and not sure where to start? Need a little advice or some tips on where to begin? Well, let's get into all of that and more right now. Hey everyone, my name is Venus, your favorite Metro Denver realtor with a Vindiola group brokered by eXp Realty. And while it's important where you live, it's even more important where you do life. So if this is your first time to my channel and you want to know all about how to do life in Denver, Colorado, then please make sure you tap that subscribe button and click that bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. You can also reach me direct at the number below for all of your real estate needs. We get calls all the time from our viewers looking to move here or relocate within the area, so please don't hesitate to call, text, or email. However you want to get a hold of us, we're here for you. Alright, so you need to sell, relocate, or you're thinking about upsizing or downsizing. You have never sold a home before. Well, I have 7 tips for you on how to make this process as seamless as possible. Also, keep an eye out for our next video on all of the information you need when you're selling and buying at the same time and how to navigate through that. But for now, let's get into what it takes to sell your home. So tip number 1, I call this the pre-prepare. I think it probably goes without saying that it's a good reminder. It's time to start cleaning, decluttering, washing the walls if there's any scuff marks. That magic eraser can really be your best friend. Clean the windows, the carpets, have an honest conversation with yourself about the paint, especially the trim. Declutter and cleaning will make the home feel so much larger and brighter. Buyers look at corners and baseboards and they really make a judgment on how well the house is kept by those. So, also, finish those little projects you've started but never finished. Do you have any dings in the wall? Let's get those patched ahead of time. Is there chipping paint anywhere, inside or out? This is a big deal for FHA buyers. How does the front yard look, or the front door? Think if this is a first date. You really want to make that good first impression. Neutralize your decor and do a smell test. Or have a friend come over and have them give you an honest smell test, especially if you have animals. Then walk through your home and imagine you're a buyer looking at the home for the very first time. Once you feel like your home is pre-prepared, that's when you have an agent come over and hopefully provide staging advice and hopefully hire a stager on your behalf to make any final adjustments to be show ready. Okay, so tip number 2. When you interview an agent, make sure they're experts in digital advertising. Especially now, most of home buyers are looking online before even considering entering a home. Does that agent offer professional photos, video? How do they market your home digitally? Discuss a showing plan with your agent. Do you have family members or pets that need to be arranged for? When do showings start? What does your agent expect, especially that first week of daily traffic based upon current market trends? Sometimes you'll expect to be gone all day on opening weekend. Would you consider getting a hotel for a night? Truly have a solid plan for the when, how, and what of your home entering the market. Being flexible showings is the best strategy. Stay open as possible and allow for as many viewings as you can. Okay, so tip number 3, pricing. Don't list it too high. If you list it too high, you're helping the other competing homes sell. They see yours as one to compare to, and then they offer on the other one for a better deal. Make sure you have a pricing strategy with your agent as well. Should you price it at the top, in the middle, maybe at the bottom? Should you leave room for negotiating and buyers offering more? Do you truly understand how pricing works? You have to sell your house twice, once to the buyer and then once to the appraiser. If it's priced just to sell and appraise, or is it priced just to sell? You don't want to get a price too high and then have to reduce and create a stigma by causing that price reduction. You also don't want to price it too low and leave money on the table. So tip number 4, offer acceptance strategy. Should you take the first offer? Should you wait the entire weekend? Should you take the highest offer? All these answers can be yes or no depending on your situation. Recently, I had a family with 4 children and 4 dogs. After a full day of showings, they took their first offer. It was their ideal situation. But should you take the highest offer? Depends. Are they asking for concessions and why would that matter? You see, if you price to sell, but not price for the appraisal, then you need to adjust the price based upon appraisal. Now those concessions will negatively affect you. These are all questions and discussions to have with your agent prior to accepting any offer or discussing the strategy before you go on the market. Tip number 5, managing inspections. The home inspection can be the biggest hurdle to get through and can be the most emotional. The inspection is to get a general evaluation of all aspects of your home. A really good inspector will go top to bottom. from the roof to the crawl space, opening all the windows, checking water temperature and pressure, checking outlets, heat, air conditioner, cracks, creaks, and more. This can be a very emotional time because someone is picking apart your home. It is always best to try to be aware of some of these issues prior to going on the market. We have a certified pre-owned home sale program to make sure that many of these concerns are addressed up front. However, there are often issues that you aren't necessarily prepared for, and how do you respond to those? Navigating through the inspection process with more of a business mindset rather than the emotional ties you have to the home is sometimes the best way to overcome having your feelings hurt or getting those emotions too high. It's best to have a seasoned real estate agent with access to many contractors and service providers to determine the cost to fix these items. Some of these items need to be done in a short amount of time, so having a good advocate on your side to determine what should be addressed, what can you negotiate, and what not to address is crucial during this time. Okay, so tip number 6, know your dates and deadlines. Know when you need to be moved out. When do repairs need to be completed? Do you hand those keys over at closing? There are a lot of contract dates, but it isn't your duty to be on top of all of them. Your agent, and if they're a great agent and have a transaction coordinator, they will manage all of those dates for you, but you should still be aware of the ones that matter most to you. Plan ahead with movers. What time are they working? When should they get there? Is there a cleaner coming after you move? Our team hires a house cleaner on your behalf so that you don't have to worry about cleaning when you're moving out. That's the last thing you want to think about. So how does that work? Are you staying in the home, state, or moving out of state? Some people wait until appraisal to work through these dates, but that really is the big last step. It is a big step, so I would definitely plan ahead. I'd have everything lined up right after inspection. Things can change, but at least you have a good idea of who is helping, where is going, and how is it getting there. Sometimes last-minute flexibility is a must, but you know how to navigate through that with your advocate. Last, tip number 7, utilities. Colorado, water is transferred by the title company because water is the only utility that can create a lien, so you don't have to call to have the water turned off. But you do need to plan ahead for your electricity, gas, cable, and internet, and phone if you still have one these days. And if possession is delayed, who's responsible for that? These things also are what you should discuss with your agent to make sure they're taken care of properly. So there you have it, my 7 tips. There's a lot to consider when selling and a lot to know about and be aware of, but if you have a good team on your side with staging your home, marketing it the best with digital technology, pricing it right, and being your advocate through all inspections is very important. So like I said, I'm a local real estate agent in the Denver metro area, so reach out anytime you have questions, or if you're thinking of selling your Colorado home, you can call, email, or text. Reach out any way you like. I am the one that will answer you. So I would love to help you guide through that selling process. Keep an eye out for that next video in our seller series when you're needing to sell and buy at the same time. Please comment below. I am the one monitoring the comments, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. So until next time, I'll see you then.